adventure is called Dating Afrika, and I'll explain a bit later why it's specifically called Dating Afrika. But the reason why we've embarked and founded this adventure is, one, we've always wanted to go up into Africa and just get our hands dirty and help out at a fantastic social project. We feel that we've been very privileged so far in our upraising, and we'd love to give a little bit back. And the second part is we've always wanted to go, on a big, crazy outdoor adventure. So we planned that we want to go up and volunteer at this wonderful Maisha International Orphanage in Kisumu, Kenya. And we figured, while we're going to Kenya, we might as well just cycle there and make a big, crazy adventure out of it.
And how are the plans now? What are you planning to do?
Well, at the moment, we're just busy finalizing all our kit and equipment. We've done quite a bit of research so far. We've, bought sort of textbooks on how to do long distance cycling and touring. We've spoken to a few other people, and we've got contacts in all the different countries like Botswana and Tanzania and Zambia. And we've spoken to the people specifically with regards to the route and the quality of the roads, because that is a very big concern. But the good thing about it is that the further you go up in Southern Africa, the safer and the friendlier it seems to be people become. It seems that, for example, we're going to completely avoid Gauteng, because according to our knowledge and experience, Gauteng is by far the more dangerous part of Southern Africa. So we're going to completely avoid that. But at this stage, we have absolutely no fear of cycling through, for example, Zambia and just sleeping next to the road there. Because from what we've been told and what we know, it's safe and the people are friendly.
That's amazing. I was not aware of that.
Yeah, and that's definitely one of the stereotypes we want to try and raise awareness about and break. Because one of the reactions that we do get from the public is kind of like, this is Africa, what about your safety? I think you're being a bit reckless. But from what definitely people, and for example, I've got an uncle staying in Zambia, and he says that it's definitely safer to just travel next to the road and sleep next to the road in Zambia than what it is to do so in South Africa. And it'd be fantastic to help break that stereotype a little bit.
And how long is the adventure going to take you guys to cycle from South Africa to Kenya?
The cycling is going to take us 4 months, and then we will be volunteering at Kisumu at Maisha International Orphanage in Kisumu for 3 to 4 months.
But are you worried at all?
I am worried. I'm definitely worried. And my parents are getting exceptionally worried. And the more worried they get, especially my mother, the more we clash. Because, she's exceptionally nervous and scared. And I'm a little bit nervous and scared. But, I think I'm almost, I can't say it's a fear of mine, but I really want sort of extreme adventure and excitement on the trip. And a fear of mine is almost that, there might not be too much excitement and adventure.
But they always say a wise man changes his mind. Can you still do?
Nope, absolutely not. Because at this stage, I ended my contract with the previous company that I worked for about a month ago, and the guy who's cycling with me hasn't signed a new contract either. So at this stage, we've pretty much put our careers on hold in order to do this project.
And tell me more about your partner.
My partner is John Simon. He lives in Johannesburg, and he's just graduated with his master's in architecture. He's a fantastic chap. I haven't known him for that long, but he's definitely the perfect person to have on the trip, because he's got extensive experience with cycling and bicycles. So he knows how to repair them, and he's an exceptionally hands-on person. And that's the kind of person you want to be traveling with when you're cycling through Africa.
And what do you want to achieve at the end of this adventure?
At the end of the adventure, 1, we want to invest in Africa. 2, we want to raise awareness about the real Africa. And 3, it's definitely a big challenge for us personally,
And if people want to follow you, are you on Facebook, on Twitter, and would you be sending us messages along the way?
Yes, absolutely. We've got our blog. It's been up and running for about the past 2-3 weeks. That is www.datingafrica.blogspot.com. But the Africa is with a K. Unfortunately, Dating Africa with a C was already taken. And then you can follow us on Facebook. Dating Africa is the group's name. It's also Africa with a K. And then you can follow us on Twitter at Dating Africa, Africa with a K again. we'll be posting and updating as much as possible.
What are you worried about Africa, though, before you take this journey?
The thing that I'm worried about is just, for example, our equipment failing on us. I'm not worried about the people. I'm not worried about the animals. I'm worried about, maybe like a core part of the bicycle breaking, and we unfortunately at that stage just do not have a spare for it. And the next possible town or shop that can give us space very, very far away. That's my biggest fear.
But did you manage to get any sponsorship?
We have gotten some sponsorship so far. Unfortunately, not as much as what we've liked, but that's definitely going to be a big part of our focus for the next couple of weeks as well, is to try and secure some more sponsorship, because it is a costly trip at the end of the day.
So it's going to be you and John and no support team?
No support team, no backup team, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to be praying for us, so I think that's enough support.